Hello, my friends. We are going to get started today. We are going to learn how to draw a winter landscape. All you need is a few supplies. A piece of white paper. We are going to be holding it landscape. That means sideways. You need a pencil, an eraser in case you make a mistake, and only 3 crayons, a dark blue, a black, and a gray. Here we go. Let's get started. We are going to be holding our paper, like I said, landscape, and we're drawing a landscape. Landscape means long ways, side by long sideways. This way is called a portrait, as if you were drawing a face. But we are going to hold it landscape sideways. Here we go. We are going to make a series of lines, and those lines together, all put together, are going to form our beautiful winter landscape. So let's get started. I'm going to start over here at the side, and I'm just going to make one little line. And I'm really making the outline of the land. Okay, landscape is the study of the land. Here we go. Next thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to be drawing 3 trees. Okay, and they are just a series of lines, and they're not really so straight because a tree is not really perfectly straight. All the way to the top of your paper. We're going to go over here a little bit, and we're going to make another one. Start at the bottom, work your way up. Usually trees are wider at the bottom and they taper as they go up. Okay, so you don't make it real skinny at the bottom and fat at the top. They're wider at the bottom where they're growing from. This tree looks a little smaller because this tree is off into the background. The next thing we're going to learn to do is make branches. And branches are really pretty easy, and they're just more lines. All right, so the first one we're going to make, and then we're going to make another branch that goes up off the page, and another one on this side. Okay. The next thing that we're going to be doing is making branches on our second tree. And our branches on our trees are more to the top of the page. Okay. And the same thing, branches start a little bit wider and they taper off a little bit. So the next one, we're going to make some branches over here. And if yours don't look exactly like mine, no big deal. Every tree is different, every branch is different, and everybody draws differently. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to draw a circle right in the middle. Again, I like to do a ghost drawing with my finger just to practice a nice circle. Okay. The next thing that we are going to be doing is we are going to draw some shadows. That means that the moon right here, because ours is a moon, not a sun, it's in the nighttime sky, is going to be behind our trees, and it's going to cast a shadow. The tree is going to cast a shadow onto the snow. So I'm going to draw a line, like on an angle, going off to the side. Okay, and the next one, the moon is here, and our tree is in this direction, so our shadow would be cast going this way. And you're just drawing, if you want to do it with your finger to practice a ghost drawing, go for it. And the same with this tree over here. This moon is behind, so it's going to go on an angle, okay? Not perfectly straight down. If the moon was right behind the tree, it would go straight down. But because it's on the side, it's casting a shadow to the side. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to color our trees. We're going to make them black, even though trees really are in the brown colorish family, because ours is going to be cast in shadow, and we are seeing the back of the tree at night. All right, so you're going to stop at that line because the shadow is not going to be black. The shadow is going to be our gray color. You can retrace over your lines and color nice and neat. Do the best that you can. Again, I love these big crayons. These are really nice big jumbo crayons, and they're easy for everybody to hold. think I'm going to go over all of those pencil lines except the shadows, okay? I'm going to go over my pencil lines except those shadows. Okay, the shadow I'm going to be coloring with a gray crayon. And I like to hold my paper kind of to the side so that my hand is always comfortable. Hold it with my helping hand. Okay. The next thing that we're going to be doing is taking a dark blue crayon. My crayon is just called, let's see, does it just called blue, this one, but it is a darker blue. I'm going to go and trace around my moon, which I'm going to leave white. And I want to make a little snowflake, so I'm just going to make little circles, which are going to represent snow. And I am tossing those circles. That means I am not lining them up in a perfect straight line. I am just tossing them in the background. Not anything over here, just up in the midnight sky. And now I'm just going to color. And I'm going to leave those snowflakes staying white. If we were in school and we had access to paint, we would be painting and we would be adding white paint to make our snowflakes, but because we're home and not everybody has all the same supplies, we have to try to do the best with what we have. So crayons are simple, easy. We are learning landscape, we're learning about lines, about coloring, about shadows that are cast by the midnight sky, by the midnight moon, I should say, in the midnight sky. Okay, if your hand gets tired, you can stop. And you could move it around a little bit. Take your time. I'm going fast just so that I finish it for the video. And then you'll just take your time and you will keep coloring. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sign my name. And I am going to call my picture done. A winter landscape made with very few supplies. We learned about making a line which represented our snowfall. We represented the lines with our trees. We made a moon, snowflakes, and we cast some shadows. Okay, my friends, this is our winter landscape. Can't wait to see what you create.